started.
So earlier I mentioned that I have a friend that I know needs hugs and love today. And that brought me to the thought of like, what about refreshing the people in our environment? That was even a conversation that was being talked about. JL talking about, helping the people around us shift their mindset. And I was curious what, Tammy, what do you do to help refresh, not just yourself, but like motivating other people to want to shift, and refresh their mindset around, things that they can't control, the situation that they're in, or, it's the health of someone else in their family. How do you help other people refresh?
Oh, goodness. A lot of times what I'll do, with people that I know really well, I have ideas of things that mean a lot to them, and situations that they're in. Like, goodness, I'm going through some stuff with my friend, just focusing on, what she can control, and keeping it simple. Like, let's just start here. Let's just focus right now on having a cup of coffee. We'll just kind of sit or remove ourselves. If I'm in the office, say, you know what, want to walk, it's not going to hurt to just stretch your legs. Why don't you go for a walk around the block, refresh, just kind of focus on something else, to take their mind off of a situation. And two, if I'm in conversations where a lot of times we get some very sensitive discussions, I will be the one to say, hey, I think right now would be a good time to take a break. Let's go get a drink of water. We'll be back here in 5. But yeah, I know some things are deeper than that and a lot of it goes back to your why. Like, okay, what do you want to get out of your day? And if somebody's struggling with something that they signed up for, why did you first start here? Like, let's go back to the root and kind of recenter. Are you still feeling that this is something that you want? Are you going to will it, or do you want to maybe check out? Because sometimes things aren't meant to be. We try things all the time. We put up with people and situations. So a little short spiel of a lot of stuff that I can provide support on. I don't know if I gave you anything.
I love it. What I heard is, help people get present, right? That's what we tend to do for ourselves. And that's really, and helping other people really get present in the moment and take action on what we can. Love it. Thank you.
It's a great snippet. All right. I better hand this over to Terry. So you guys have a fabulous Thursday. Thankful to see you.
Okay, and I took a little hint from, her name just went out of my head, but anyway, Brenda. And I got a quote this morning that I thought I'd share. In fact, I looked up some quotes, and what was so fun was I found this particular author called Jim Hightower. And I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but I didn't recognize his name. And he's a journalist. He's mature, a little older than me, but he's kind of an activist. And so I found this quote. I put it in the chat, and I found a second quote from him because I went to his website. I went to check out who he was, because I don't like to put up quotes if I don't know who the person is that said them. And this was a funny one. So the one I put up was, the opposite for courage is not confidence, it's conformity. Even a dead fish can go with the flow. And I thought, that's kind of funny, but it's also thought-provoking. And then I found this other one by him, which I have to share because it's so funny. There is nothing in the middle of the road but a yellow stripe and dead armadillos. He's from Texas. So it's kind of like the same thing, conformity, staying in the middle of the road. Does it take courage to step out of the middle of the road? And does it take courage to not conform? So I thought, that could be something really interesting to talk about. So I'm going to just throw that out there and see what you think about, courage being out of the norm and courage being off the middle of the road.
I like that a lot. I like the analogy of the road because it makes me think of like if you're on a road where there's a passing lane. Sometimes it's really scary to do that, but sometimes you'll be stuck behind somebody. Let's say I don't know, the speed limit's like 50 and they're going like 40 and it's safe because you're there and you know, but then when you get the passing line dots, whatever, I'm sorry, my wording isn't coming to me well, but when you know you can do a pass, it's scary because it's something that's different. You're not normally driving on that side of the road. And so being able to muster up the courage to just say, I don't want to stay stuck here because I'm not going to get to where I need to go at this rate, and being able to just go for it and pass, especially if you know that you can, then why not do it? And so that made me think of that when you said that, minus the armadillos.
Yeah. What do you call, I can't even think this morning either. What do they call dead animals on the road?
Roadkill.
Roadkill. That's
Yeah.
so thinking about roadkill. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great analogy. I think that's really, it makes sense. You can see that, you can tell how everybody knows how it feels to pass, even though you can see ahead enough to know that it's safe. There's always still that unknown when you go out of the norm and over that passing lane. Yeah, that's a great observation. Anybody else have something that just popped into their mind?
I was thinking of, I think it was 2 winters ago, Beck and I were driving to Minnesota, and I like just envisioned there was this snowstorm, and I kept getting by the semi, and Beck's like, just go, just go, just go. And I was like, I'm a big, brave dog. I'm a big, brave dog. So it's funny to, like, when you think of passing in the lane and having confidence and the courage, like sometimes you need the courage of other people to push you, you know, because like I can't even tell you how many times I was ready to pass him and Becky's like, go, 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 you got this, just go.
I love that, because nobody can, I mean, one of the things that Rhonda Britton, my mentor, says all the time, no one can be fearless alone. And facing your fear is courage. So the same thing, you can't be courageous alone either. You either have that inner intuition from your higher power, or you have someone else that's next to you giving you that spark to step out, to pass the car, to not conform, to be unique, to, all those things that take courage. Yeah. So we're over a minute. I'm so sorry. I appreciate your conversation, and we'll take this up again. Go out and fulfill your intention. See you later.